being a dual citizen or even a citizen of 3 countries is not a problem for the United States or maintaining your citizenship in the United States. There's plenty of people who are citizens of the United States who are dual citizens or even have 3 different citizenships, 3 different passports. The only problem is perhaps other countries may have a problem with being a dual citizen or having 3 citizenships. For example, Germany, you have to get permission from Germany before you take dual citizenship. Japan doesn't allow dual citizenship. I'm just giving you as examples. So you have to check the other countries.
Talk about the cons of having dual citizenship between the United States and Mexico. But before I do that, I want to start off with another pro that I recently discovered. U.S. government restrictions with financial institutions outside of the United States. So because of this, it's impossible for some Americans to open bank accounts outside of the United States. And because of these restrictions, the United States citizens are also being hampered on employment opportunities. So for example, the pro would be let's say I want this job in Europe, but they won't give it to me because I'm an American citizen. But if I apply as a Mexican citizen, they'll give it to me. And the reason for that is because it's just too expensive to deal with American citizens because of the restrictions that the US government has. Because of this, apparently a lot of Americans are giving up their US citizenship. Okay, let's talk about the cons, and I'm going to start off with the big major one. You lose eligibility for emergency assistance from the US embassy within Mexico, for example, like evacuation, because you'd be a Mexican citizen in Mexico as opposed as a US citizen in a foreign country. A really good example that I can think of is the US basketball player Brittany Griner traveled to Russia. She had some cartridges and she got caught, and the Russian government sentenced her to 9 years in prison. So President Biden stepped in and said, hey, this is unacceptable. Please release her. So they're considering a prisoner swap now. Let's say something like that were to happen here in Mexico, the US government would not be able to step in because you are a Mexican citizen.
Stop! Before you click submit on that dual citizenship application, you need to hear this. I'm about to reveal something that immigration lawyers don't want you to know. Something that could save you from making a $50,000 mistake, or worse, land you in legal hot water with 2 governments. What I'm about to tell you will shock you. In 2025, dual citizenship applications have exploded by 1,000%, but here's the terrifying part. 73% of these applicants have no idea what they're actually signing up for. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed how everyone's talking about getting a second passport lately? The numbers are absolutely insane. U.S. applications for second citizenship have risen by 1,000% since 2020, and in 2025, U.S. citizens account for over 30% of all investment migration applications. But here's the question nobody's asking. Why is this happening right now? And more importantly, why are governments making it so easy all of a sudden? The answer might disturb you, but before I reveal that, let me ask you something. Raise your hand if any of these sound familiar to you. Number 1. You're worried about political instability in your home country? Number 2, you want more travel freedom and visa-free access? Number 3, you're thinking about tax optimization or better business opportunities? Number 4, you want a backup plan for you and your family? If you raised your hand even once, then what I'm about to tell you could literally change your life. But it could also ruin it if you're not careful. See, here's what the dual citizenship industry doesn't want you to know, and trust me, it is an industry worth billions. Every time someone like you applies for dual citizenship, multiple people get paid. Immigration lawyers, government officials, consulting firms, they all have a vested interest in you saying yes. But nobody, and I mean nobody, is telling you about the dark side. Let me tell you about the dark side, and a real example coming up. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was a successful marketing executive from California. She saw all the dual citizenship content on social media, just like you probably did. She thought, why not get Italian citizenship through my great-grandmother? Fast forward 18 months. Sarah is now facing a $47,000 tax bill from the IRS plus penalties. Why? Because nobody told her that dual citizenship does not exempt someone from U.S. tax obligations. But that's just the beginning. Let me break down the 5 hidden traps that could destroy your financial future. Trap number 1, the double taxation nightmare. Think having 2 passports means paying taxes in 2 countries? Well, sometimes you're right, and that's exactly the problem. Even if you live in a country with a tax treaty with the US, you still need to file in both countries, double the paperwork, double the compliance costs. That means double the chance of making a mistake that costs you thousands. Trap number 2, the FBAR reporting trap. U.S. dual citizens must report offshore bank accounts if the total exceeds $10,000 at any point in the year. Miss this filing? The penalties start at $12,921 per account. Per account. I've seen people owe more in penalties than they made in an entire year, just for not knowing about a form they'd never heard of. Some countries require military service from all their citizens, regardless of where you live. Apply for citizenship there, and surprise, you might be legally required to serve or pay hefty exemption fees. Trap number 4, the security clearance killer. Trap number 5, the legal limbo nightmare. Trap number 4, the security clearance killer. Dual citizenship may limit your access to government jobs due to potential conflicts of allegiance. I've seen military officers lose their careers, contractors lose their clearances, and entire families lose primary income. Trap number 5, the legal limbo nightmare. When you're a dual citizen, both countries consider you their citizen. That can leave you with no effective consular help. You could literally be stuck in legal limbo with no one to help you. Those are the 5 traps. If you rush, you risk career, finances, and freedom. Now, you might be wondering, if dual citizenship is so dangerous, why is everyone talking about it? The answer is simple. Fear and marketing. Who benefits when you apply? Immigration lawyers charging $5,000, $50,000, governments collecting fees, investment firms, tax preparers. It's a machine designed to extract money from your fear and uncertainty. But here's what they're not telling you about timing. Here's a secret. The best time to get dual citizenship was either 10 years ago or not at all. USCIS completed just 2.7 million cases in Q2 FY 2025, an 18% decline. Processing times are at record highs. You could be waiting 2-5 years for approval, paying lawyers and fees the entire time with no guarantee. Everyone asks, how can I get dual citizenship? But nobody asks the right question. Do I actually need dual citizenship? Want to live in Europe? Get a residence permit? Want visa-free travel? Consider visa programs? Want tax benefits? Talk to a tax strategist. In most cases, dual citizenship is the most expensive, complicated, and risky way to solve these problems. But if you've thought this through and still want it, here's how to do it safely. If you absolutely must pursue dual citizenship, here's your step-by-step safety checklist. Step 1. Full tax analysis first. Before you research countries, get a comprehensive tax analysis. Understand the next 20 years of tax impact. Step 2. The 5-country rule. Research at least 5 options. Taxes, military service, reporting, and processing times. Step 3. The family test. How will this affect your spouse, children, and parents? Citizenship decisions affect generations. Step 4. The exit strategy. Understand exactly how to renounce if things go wrong. Some countries make it nearly impossible. Step 5. The professional team. You need 3 professionals, a tax attorney, an immigration attorney, and an international tax accountant. But here's what I really want to tell you, something the industry hates. For 90% of people, the best second passport isn't a passport at all. What if $100,000 invested wisely gives you more real freedom than any passport? Location-independent income can be faster and more reliable. With the right strategy, you can build freedom in 2-3 years, not the 5-10 years citizenship often takes. But that doesn't feed fear, and fear is what sells citizenship programs. So here we are. You've been watching, and I bet you came here thinking I'd give a step-by-step guide to getting dual citizenship. Instead, I've probably scared you, confused you, and made you question everything you thought you knew. Good. That was the point. The people making the most money from dual citizenship are not the people who have it. They're the people selling it. Option 1. Do nothing. Maybe dual citizenship isn't right for you. Sometimes the best action is no action. Option 2. Do it right. If you're convinced, budget for professionals, ongoing compliance, and taxes, $50,000, $100,000 in 3-5 years. Option 3, find a better solution. Explore residence permits, nomad programs, or building wealth instead of chasing passports. You have 3 options. Choose strategically, not emotionally. Any immigration consultant or lawyer who promises you dual citizenship without a comprehensive analysis of your taxes and family situation is either incompetent or dishonest. Any country offering fast-track citizenship without disclosing ongoing obligations is running a scam designed to separate you from your money. So, should you apply for dual citizenship before watching this video? The answer is, it depends if you're being emotional or strategic. If you're driven by fear or influencers, no. If you have done comprehensive analysis and it uniquely solves your problem, maybe. For most people, you don't need dual citizenship. You need clarity, strategy, and often a good financial advisor. If this video helped you, hit like and share it with anyone considering dual citizenship. They need to hear this. If you still want to pursue citizenship, check the description for safe resources and our checklist. Subscribe for more content that cuts through the hype on international living, taxes, and citizenship. Until next time, remember, the best passport is financial freedom, and the best citizenship is the one you already have when you know how to use it properly.